everyone, it's me, Moody Boo, and I'm back with another First Contact. Now, I thought I had gone through these perfumes in the past, but looking back on my notes, I never did test them. I could have sworn I had, but I didn't write it down anywhere if I did. So I am just going to assume I never actually tested the rest of this line. And this is on the House of Sillage, and this is the Pour Homme line. Now, this one, I'm not going to talk about it. It's going to be out of the reviewing because I've already done a review on this because it's my all-time favorite right now. So there's a couple that are coming in pretty close. So this one might have a teammate on the #1 slot, if you will. But I'm just so in love with this perfume. And this is going to be First Contact with the House of Sillage Pour Homme. Coming up. All right, so I took out #1 because that's my full bottle back there. And I'll put a link above, or is it this side, of my review on that perfume. It was during the House of Sillage, my house review, I believe, when I talked about it. So the rest of them that I'm going to talk about, though, is #2, #3, #4, and Dignified. Now, I know I haven't smelled Dignified before, so I'm just going to do it like I did with the Strangelove perfumes and just do hand, forearm, hand, forearm. So I'll grab 3 and 2 and 3. Let me double check. #2 and #3. So I'll put 2 on my left and 3 on my right. Can't tell if I got any. There we go. All right, now #3 on my right. Oh, that one sprayed right away. Give it a little more. All right, I'll just start with #2. Right off the bat, it's very fresh. You get a lot of citruses at the top, but it's not a citrus bomb. There's other notes in there that are kind of mellowing out the edges of the citrus a bit. It's definitely got some aromatic to it. It's nice. It's not real sweet. It's very fresh. It'd be a really good spring summer perfume. I'll have to let that one sit a little while before I make any more decisions about it. And so now #3, and I haven't seen the notes or anything on these. Oh, hey. #3 is pretty nice. Oh, it's nice. There's some spice in there. And it's got some sweetness, not necessarily from vanilla, but it could be. It's almost like there's some sweet tobacco or something in there. But it's real, it's not, maybe some kind of sweet earthy note, maybe not tobacco. Oh, that's really nice. It's very light though. I think I'm going to give that one more blast because #2 is projecting pretty good, but #3 it's pretty light. It's left a nice little oily sheen on my hand too. Oop. Oh, yeah, that's pretty nice. I'm going to let that one sit. It's almost like there's some fruits, like, no, I'm just back to the patchouli, tobacco, kind of a smell, sweet. Not real sweet though, with some cinnamon or something in there. Anyway, okay, so that is 2 and 3. Now I'm going to go ahead and look at the notes and tell you what the notes, no, I know I'm going fragrantly schizophrenic again. I think I'm going to spray 3 and 4, no, 4 and Dignified first, and then look at all the notes. That way it gives some time for the ones on my hands to dry down a little more so I can kind of sniff them out a bit more before I look at the notes. Yeah, I like that 3. Now I can't even smell two. Whoa. Okay, maybe I should just sniff coffee instead of trying to air out my nose. Whew. Yeah, it's really lightened up though quite a bit, I will say. Yeah, like 3. All right. Okay, so now 4 and dignified. All right, so here's number 4. So I'm going to put 4 on my right forearm. I'm checking to make sure I don't have any other perfume on there. So this is number 4 on my right. Ooh, getting a fruity blast right away. And then dignified will be on my left. Okay. 4 is... I'm getting a whiff of 4, and then some medicinal notes, I assume is like dignified. Oh, hey. Oh, I like 4. It's fruity. But it's a mature fruity. What is that? It's like a fruity amber or something. Oh, there's some spice in there too. Okay, and dignified. That's a very leathery, I think, kind of a perfume. Oh, it's nice though. It's kind of a slightly sweet, spicy leather is kind of what I'm getting. Oh, that's really pretty. Really pretty. Oh, now, what does that remind me of? Oh, it's almost... And I only compare perfumes to give you kind of an idea in general what family these perfumes are in. Yeah, and I get a little bit of original Santal from Creed in, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, in number 4, which I love. But yeah, that's almost what I get. Yeah, this number, or dignified, is a spicy, sweet leather. That's what I'm getting. I have no idea what it is, but I like that one too. Oh, yeah, what does that remind me of? And when I say remind me of, it's not like it's identical. If it's identical, I would tell you. But every time I think a perfume is identical to something else, and I'm able to do a side-by-side, I do it. And then I realize there's usually all kinds of differences. There may be some similarities, the top notes, the mid notes, the dry down, something like that. But I have yet to find a true clone. Okay, I'm a big fat liar because actually I'm doing a comparison video to where I have found a perfume that's very similar to another one I adore. And I'll get that posted one of these days. I have no idea. I post everything in crazy order. I'm not even sure why. It's a little OCD thing. Oh, yeah, that dignified's nice. Three is gone very rooty, almost like there's carrot in there or something. It's almost like a citrusy carrot kind of a smell. I know, it's a weird... Okay, I'm gonna go snort some coffee. I'll be right back. All right, try that again. It's still really fresh. Number 2 is still fresh, citrusy, a little bit green. Number 3 is dried down. I don't like it nearly as much in the dry down as I did in the top. It's still nice, but it's a real earthy, almost like a wet dirt and patchouli kind of a smell. with some sweetness and some fruitiness, a little bit of almost like citrus or something in there. And it's very nice. Oh, yeah, number 4 does remind me a little bit of original Santal. Just a little bit. Yeah, dignified is nice. It's like a sweet oriental leather, a little slightly spicy, ambery kind of a leather. Oh, my arm hairs just tickled the shit out of my nose. Oh, wow, that was brutal. Woof. Ooh, now I look like W.C. Fields after he's been binge drinking for a month. All right, so let's see what's in these perfumes. Yeah, I like number 4. They're very light. They're really coming closer to the body than I would expect, because number 1 there performs and projects like crazy. But, you know, maybe I'm just anosmic to how much they are all projecting, because there's too many scents coming together, creating this fragrant tsunami, and it's sinking my boat. So I'll just start with number 2. So it's grapefruit and juniper, and there's some orange and some cedar and some other woody notes, a little bit of florals, musk, amber. It's really coming close to the body. For me, it's all about the citruses and the cedar. That's truly what it is. It's a really nice, freshy kind of a perfume for spring. Totally office appropriate because it is not a beast mode kind of projector or anything. I think you could wear this during the day. Is it going to attract women? Probably not. I wouldn't be personally attracted to it. I shouldn't say it won't attract women. It depends on the scenario, the geography, the demographic, yada, yada, yada. So it's not attractive sexually for me. So it wouldn't be one I would buy for my husband or wear myself. That sounded odd. I don't wear perfumes for... Oh, quit explaining shit. Anyway, it's not one that necessarily draws me in, attracts me in a frisky way. Number 3. Let's check that one out. Yeah, that's very fresh too. So it's aquatic notes, sage, there's some ambergris, some woody notes, and it must be the sage that I am smelling now, because it definitely has this rooty, earthy kind of a smell. Yeah, it does. It reminds me a little bit of Christmas turkey dressing. Because we use a ton of sage in our turkey dressing. My mom sometimes will take off the little sprinkle thing on the sage, pop that bitch right off, and start pouring that shit into our dressing. So yeah, we like us some sage. But there's a sweetness to it. And I think the aquatic notes just moisten it up a little bit, because I don't necessarily get aquatics. It's an odd one. There is a saltiness to it. And a sweetness, just a hint of sweetness. It's almost as if the sage is a slightly sweet sage, and then the aquatic and the ambergris and the wood add a hint of dry saltiness to it. It's an odd perfume. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I am not attracted to it. As far as buying it for my husband or wearing it myself, it's not one I will buy. The top part of it was very nice. All right, number 4. Oh, I like that one. It's almost a hint of soapy to it too. It still reminds me a little bit of original Santal. Like there's some woody notes, a little bit of cinnamon. It's got some sweetness to it. Oh, I like that one. All right, what's in it? So it's lavender and pepper and oak moss and vanilla, and there's some citruses in there and some anise and patchouli and a little bit of florals. Oh, I really like it. It's not a beast mode perfume either. I think along with three is a little weirder. I don't know if I would wear it to the office because it is a little odd. That's more of a daytime vacation perfume, I think number 3 is. Number 4 is still, I think, very appropriate for day wear, office. And it is one that definitely attracts me. I like it very much. Will I purchase a bottle for myself? I'm not sure yet. And possibly for my husband. It's kind of 50-50 on who would get this perfume. He doesn't have as much room as I do, so I like that one. It still reminds me of Original Santal. It's like the sweet, not sweet. It's like the almost innocent little cousin to Original Santal. It's much more wearable, I think, for everybody. This one is. It's a very pretty perfume. Yeah, I'm going to have to work with that one more before I make a decision on it. So now Dignified. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I like that. And even though it's a leather perfume, I'm assuming there's leather in it. It's still got that spicy sweetness to it, but it's light enough that I think you could still wear it during the day to the office. I don't think it would be an issue at all as long as you don't overspray, and that's true with any perfume, right? Yeah, that's very nice. I like Dignified very much. So what's in it? So I get sweet, spicy leather, slightly sweet, not super sweet. And it's vetiver, saffron, oud, and cloves. I still get a sweet oriental kind of smelling leather. It's a very, very polite leather, like it's a suede or something like that. It's not a heavy leather smell. That's what I get. There's a hint of medicinal coming in now. Just a hint. Boy. Yeah, I like this Dignified, and I think this is one, again, you could wear it to the office. I think this one's geared, even though it says vetiver and all that, well, just vetiver, which I usually wear during warmer months. Not always. I wear vetiver year-round. I love vetiver. But I think this one is geared, because of the clove and the saffron and the oud, more for cooler weather. But it's not beast... Okay, it's a little more strong than the other 3. It's closer to the range. Dignified is closer to the performance that my baby number 1 has. So this one is, it probably projects the best out of all of the ones that I just tested. Yeah, I like that number 4 though. Number 2 is almost gone. It came in strong, and then it left me wanting. Yeah, it's decided it doesn't like me anymore either. And I still, yeah, you definitely get that sage. It's a weird one. Number 3 is odd. It's gourmand, but in a weird kind of way, a Hilde Soliani kind of a way, because she has this one called, oh, I can't remember what it's called. Is it might be anyway, I can't remember. Anyway, it's got some weird like Italian linguine kind of notes in it, but it's got some sweetness too. It's a real weird one. It's not one that I would wear, but it's one that I've always thought about adding to my Hilde Soliani collection. This one, I don't know. I get leather. I get a sweet, spicy leather on the Dignified. Yeah, number 2 is nice. It's a nice, very polite freshie, but yeah, the performance is very poor. Number 3, I will not be purchasing. 2 and 3 is a no. Now 4, maybe. Dignified, definitely maybe. None of them hit me like number 1 does, because I'll tell you, that one knocks me on my butt ski. These other 4 are very nice, but I'm not sure that they're worth the price. If I find one at a really good price, either 4 or Dignified, I may pick it up, but full retail, I don't know. I'm going to work with them a little more before I make that decision, but I'm not there yet. Yeah, I think Dignified number 4 are my favorites. So anyway, that was just first contact with House of Sillage pour Homme minus number 1. And yeah, they're good stuff. Are they worth the money overall? I don't know. I don't know. Number 1, totally. I'd pay that retail all day long. I'm just not sure. But I'm going to work with 3 or 4 and Dignified a little more. I may work with them all a little more. 3 is really turning me off suddenly. I don't know. It's that sage note. It reminds me too much of turkey stuffing. But number 2, I'm going to play with it a little more because it is a very nice, freshy kind of a perfume. It'd be beautiful for spring, summer. All right. So that was House of Sillage pour Homme. And that's it for me. I hope y'all stay safe. Use your own nose. And I'll see you soon. Peace.